All right, let's see if we can do a quick video on VEX EDR parts. So, how am I going to do this here? All right, we have a black screw and Kep's nut. The key to using these, the Kep's nut has a spinny little piece here with teeth. That goes next to metal. So I'm going to take my screw, and when I'm attaching the license plate, I put the screw down, and on the other side I'm going to use the Kep's nut with the spinny side toward the metal. That way it's going to grab on to the metal and hold it. We don't want to screw the spinny part into plastic. When they finish their Robo Derby, they will have a license plate, still the wheels attached, and they need to attach the leash on, and that's with black screws and Kep's nuts also. And then separately, just put the Robo Derby aside, and now we're going to start building the gearbox, and this gearbox is going to attach to the base plate. And see, it's going to go under there, and it attaches just on the end here. I've just got two, one at this end and one at the other end. Just put in a black screw and a Kep's nut that'll attach the base plate to the gearbox. So first we want to build the gearbox separately. So the first thing you're going to do is put in 6 flat bearings. So that's these black pieces here. And just look at my sample and put them in on the C channel and on the steel plate. You can just see where they go in. And the way you attach those is you take a flat bearing, and you can see one side looks finished and the other side is kind of rough. So the rough side is going to go towards the metal, and it will just, it'll just drop in, and it's not moving now. It drops into those holes. So I do that first, and then on the other side, so I'm going to go on the other side and put the pop rivet in here so the end pops out this side. Okay, so the pop rivet is a little piece with a sheath. Those go together. Don't put it all the way. So it needs to be small. And then I'm going to put it through from the back side. Okay, so I put it through from the back side, and then I don't think you can see that. Well, anyway, when I push it, it pops, and the ends spread out so that it holds it in there. Okay, so the back side will have the head going through the flat bearing. All right, how do we put these together? We're going to use standoffs. So the standoff just takes a black screw, but the best one to use is the smallest black screw. And there's one. Okay, so we have a separate, it's good to re-emphasize this in class. There are 2 buckets of black screws. One is smallest, and the other is all the other sizes. So I just keep the smallest together there. Okay, how do you use this? If I wanted to attach it on the top here, I just put it over a hole and put that black screw in there. Okay, so I want to attach it there, and then I just screw it on, and it just holds there. And then if I want to attach something to the other side, I do it the same way, but I won't be able to turn this anymore. So then I'll take the next black screw and use a fat hex tool. We've got skinny and fat. Fat hex tools are for the black screws. Skinny hex tools are for the collars and the gold screws. So fat hex tool, and then just put your other plate here and screw that black screw in and tighten it. And then the last part of this is you're going to put 3 shafts in there. You can see I've got one long 12-inch. That's going to have the wheels on it. But then the other are holding the gears. And we have medium, medium, small. So this is 12 teeth. And I think these are 36 teeth here. Okay. So put in your 3 shafts. And then you're going to have a spacer gear collar. Spacer gear collar on all of those so that they line up nicely. Put a collar on the end and tighten it, and then put your spacer gear collar on. I wouldn't tighten those yet. And then put another collar on the outside, tighten that one so it's holding them. And then last, you're going to tighten this in place so those all line up. And how do you use this collar? Now I need a skinny hex tool. And the collar has a set screw inside. You can see that little screw right there. Some of them are missing the screw. Kids take them out. They should never take them out. The set screw stays inside. And the way you use that, let me find one that has one. Okay. So if I loosen this, then you can see that there's nothing blocking the path there. Then I put it on a shaft and I turn the screw the other way, righty-tighty, and you'll see that set screw enter, you can almost see it, it's entering the middle, and that will then hold on to the shaft. So that's how those collars work. And so what we've built is a simple gear train. The wheel is going to be on the 12-inch shaft. And when you pull the parade float, the wheels will make this one turn, which turns the first gear, which turns the next, which turns the last. That makes it a gear train. And then you can see that I've put on, I call this a sparkler thrower. So in a parade float, this would be sending out little sparks. So we're going along like this, and that's just going to turn. Another thing you're going to see here is the input is on 36 teeth. Because this is 12, that's turning much faster than the wheel is turning. So I'm able to increase speed by changing that gear ratio down with that one. Okay, I think that's all you need to know.